Hey, good morning, guys. Boy, that was a fiasco, was it not? Man, oh man, oh man. I don't know what happened. Restream decided to just cut the stream. Usually I can go back up and I can click, you know, restream, go live again, and it'll just go where it'll start over where I left off. But for some reason, guys and gals, please get the word out. Send out the link to all your social media sites. Let's try and get this stream going again. I've got about I don't know, a little over half an hour left on this. So, guys and gals, please share the stream out. Let's get everybody back over here. Contact all your people. Let them know that we're back streaming again. It's probably going to take a few minutes, but hey, we will get there. We will get there. Yes, we will. All right. Wow. I am waiting for some people to join us. I am going to run. I had to make a new thumbnail. That's what took so long. So while we are waiting, I am going to click on this. We've got 29 in here. Hopefully people will start rolling in here shortly. And I will go over to Rumble and I will fix this one. Yes, we'll get rid of this one. Kabam. We'll delete this one. Confirm. All right. And then we will fix this one for round 2. Because I'd like to finish Jeremy's video today. I really would. But yeah, we put up a new thumbnail, scheduled a whole new show. So that works out well there. All right. So now I just got to go get the description and we can fix everything real quick. Man, we had a good show going, guys. We had a really good show going. But hey, this is what happens when you work with technology. Every once in a while, we have a snafu that will, happen, and things have to get fixed. I'm not going to throw a fit about it. We're just going to fix it and carry on. Yes, we're going to fix it and carry on. All right. Let's go, and Coop will do this right here for a minute. Bam, 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 and bam. And we will hit bam just like that. All right. So we've got 95 of you fabulous people back in here. Thank you so much, Jen Hale, for the dog treat. The 5 jewels. Right on. Thank you, everybody that's showing up. Thank you. Glad to have you. We're going to give it a few minutes. While we're waiting on everyone to show up, how about we talk about what we were going over just before everything went dark? I saw a message in Facebook to get me back here, so the others will see it. Thank you so much, Elfie. Thank you. Matter of fact, I'm going to go share it right now myself because I've got people going nuts over here. I've got D, what happened? Why is AT&T sending me a text message? I'm no longer with AT. Oh, ATH. Okay, that's not AT&T. And I've got everybody blowing me up. Oh, yeah. TEC. Technical problems, technical difficulties. Oh, that's just par for the course when it comes to Coop, guys. Yes, it is. But hey, we're going to look at it as a positive. We're waiting for everybody to roll back up in here. We've got 120 of you guys hanging out so far. That'll give everybody a chance to get in here while I'm doing this. Let me see. Go here, and we'll go channel, and then we'll go right here, and we will. Come on, I don't need you commercializing it for me. Come on, wake up. Let's go. Let me turn that down so you guys can't hear that because I don't want to strike myself. That would be bad. Yes, it would. Live. Man, my phone is acting up. Ba-boom. All right, there we go. We get rid of this. We hit share, and then we share to, and we need to go back. All right, discard. We need to make sure we're logged into the right fake book because this will get everybody over. All right, we're logged in there. We go back here. We go here. We hit share. We hit here. And we push in ROUND number 2. Done. Next. Share. And this should let everybody on Facebook in our group know to come on over. And we are already up to 140 of you fabulous, fabulous folks. Thank you so much. Glad you guys found us and got back to us. We're just waiting for some more people to roll in. We will get there. We will get there. And no, I was not struck, guys. Okay. So don't worry. I wasn't struck. It was a restream thing. Restream just unconnected the service. We've got 140 of you up in here right now. Hopefully everybody will come back. If not, it's okay. It's okay. We'll finish out the stream anyway. And then people can catch it on replay. Okay. I'm done with that. So let's recap what we were talking about before we lost service. We were talking about Jeremy Hales and the bankruptcy court hearing that was on, I think it was Tuesday. Tuesday or Wednesday. Might have been Monday. I can't remember. Anyway, what you guys got to say out there? Right on, right on. We're just waiting for everybody to show up. Yoda's Chicken Nuggets is in the house. Like the time Tug accidentally tooted on his power strip. Oh, yep. Toad on his power strip. You guys are awesome. Good to have you back, Mr. Coop. Thank you so much, Yoda's Chicken Nuggets. Right on, right on, right on. Let's see if we got somebody over here. Yep, and lo and behold, if my chat did not stop on me over here. Jesus, criminy, things are just falling apart today, but I got you guys over on chat, over on the YouTube side of it. So I won't be able to pull up comments for some reason. That is just toasted it. Maybe if I refresh. I will be right back, guys. I will be right back. Don't run off. I'm just going to. All right. I'm back. And it didn't help it one bit. All right. Well, I can see you guys' comments on YouTube, but I cannot see you guys' comments. Well, yeah, maybe I can. Maybe it's going to work now. Colleen, Mary Beth, no. I'm seeing you guys over on YouTube, but I'm not seeing you on Restream. So I guess it's going to be intermittent at best. All right, let's get back into this while everybody else is rolling in. We've got 185 of you fabulous, fabulous people in the chat. Yes, we do. You guys are slowly but surely getting here. Yes. Thank you. All right. And I will do this just like this. Bam, there we go. Since I do not have the overlay up, which I got it up right now. There we go. All right. It's not going to let me show any comments over here on Restream. That sucks. So I better, yes, I'll do this. And then I will do this so I can see comments. Okay. So here we go. And we have 195 of you fabulous, fabulous souls out there. So if you don't mind, please hit the like button. Teach old ScrewTube to throw us out into the interweb. And for all you guys on replay, this is round 2. So please hit the like button. and then swipe left on your cell phone on the comment section and hype the video. It'll just help throw us out into the interwebs. All right, all right, all right. Let's see what everybody's got to say. Dangerous Waves. Jason, are you feeling better today? Well, it's going to allow comments over on Rumble, but it's not allowing comments on YouTube on Restream. So we'll just have to settle for comments here. All right, guys and gals, boys and girls, let's get into this. Let's get into it.
Will be shared publicly. They are public information by very definition. And then Dennis also says we have another issue as well. We still have to take the full deposition of the debtor. And so there are facts surrounding this property that are pertinent to this issue. And as you may already know, that the debtor ran out of the last deposition. So we have issues that need to be resolved. Okay. So, basically, Dennis says if we're going to proceed, and by the way, there's supposed to be a final evidentiary hearing in bankruptcy court September 15th. Never going to happen. We're not even out of discovery. They haven't given discovery. There's still issues, fraud on the court. All right, so Dennis says if we're gonna be able to ever have a hearing to ever finalize this, we have a complete inspection and we have to have the complete deposition of the debtor. And then, and only then, can we actually be ready for a trial.
Good. I was glad that he brought that up. They literally have to, I hope you guys can hear me. All right, guys, put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. I'm pretty sure you can. I hope you can anyway. But anyway, I am super excited he brought this up about the deposition. The deposition has to be finalized. They never even got into the juicy stuff with the deposition before everything went haywire. So I hope all of this works out and they get a deposition. As far as the September 15th hearing for evidentiary hearing, I think that got postponed. It's going to get pushed. All right, you guys can hear me. Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you, guys. Thank you for letting me know. All right, and for Mayfield or W Mayfield over on Rumble, thank you for letting me know over there too. I am so sorry. I can see comments coming through on Restream on Rumble. I just cannot see them coming through on Facebook, or I mean on YouTube. Not in Restream. I can only see them on the actual YouTube side of it. But we will get fixed. We will get fixed. All right, let's get back into this. We got 217 of you fabulous folks in here. I know it's a far cry from what we had earlier, but hey, shit happens. All we got to do is pull up the bootstraps and roll with it.
So the judge goes, okay, Saran Wrap, what do you have to say? Well, actually, she goes, all right, Saran Wrap. Silence. He's not even... This guy ain't the brightest bulb in the pack by any stretch of the imagination. He's stuttering the entire time. He's not even communicating. He finally snaps out of it and starts communicating.
Now, guys, I didn't get to watch any of this hearing. I was too busy streaming. So I've got to get a hold of some friends of mine and see if somebody actually recorded this. I'm not going to play it anywhere on anything, but I would like to be able to listen to it. I love Jeremy's explanation, but I would still like to be able to listen to it. Can I star stuff over here? I don't think I can. Nope, I can't. Nope, it's not letting me do anything. All right, let's go.
And so she goes, all right, Saran Wrap. And Saran Wrap goes, Your Honor, I just want to simply say that I think this issue on the homesteading is a little bit bigger than just one piece of paper suggests. And he goes, we're not disputing that 1.16 acres is not legally homesteadable. Okay. He goes, we're not disputing that. We concede, we agree. She can't homestead, and the federal bankruptcy court can come in and seize 1.16 acres right now. he goes, that goes over the half-acre constitutional limitation, and we concede on all of that. We've conceded in our response in November, and he goes, I mean, he's stuttering the whole time. I'm trying to read what I wrote down. He goes, we produced the boundary survey to the trustee as well. And he goes, the real issue is the second grounds for their objection is denying the homestead because there's no livable structure. And that's their whole basis, is there's never a legal homestead. Even though Levy County has illegally homesteaded this for them, Levy County did this illegally. There is no legal livable structure. There never has been a legal livable structure while Lynette and Crook have owned this piece of property, which they will not own much longer. They will have nothing to their name extremely soon.
I can just about bet at this point in time. Now, you got to remember, guys, this video came out on Tuesday evening. Since this video came out, Jeremy has declared that all talks, all negotiations are off. They are done. They are over with. Whether they have started trying to figure it out, I don't know. All I know is what Jeremy has said the last two streams that he's done. Talks are over. But at this point in time, they still had talks going on about, maybe him possibly buying it and all this good stuff. So this is interesting.
And that's what happens if you want to play this game with stalking me. If you want to play this game with defaming me. If you want to lie about me. If you want to steal from me. I have no issue with anybody out there. You start something with me, though. I promise you, I will see it to the end. And I don't care who you are. I don't care your age. I don't care your gender. I don't care your race. I don't care anything. You start a problem, I'm going to finish it for you. I don't start problems. I have no problem ending them. I am the solution in this particular case. So he goes, we've got the boundary surveys to the trustee. This whole issue is there a livable structure? That's the crux of what we're going to be addressing at this September 15th hearing. And she's going, there's not going to be a September 15th hearing. What are you talking about? You're not even anywhere near the point of a September 15th hearing. So she literally goes, I wrote it down.
All right, Big Al. I never thought homesteading could keep you from losing your house. It's usually just a tax credit on your taxes. Thank you, Big Al. Thank you for the comment. And then Big Al come right in behind it. And who knows if they really use the homestead thing, because who knows if they ever did their taxes. Right? That's a good question. I know they've paid the property tax. Matter of fact, I think 2L's paid the property taxes on it last year. Now, let's not forget, she also reimbursed herself from what she said from, guess what? Ding, 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 the barn dominium money. All right. And then we got Kylie. What you got to say? The homestead exemption for property taxes is different than the homestead status in Chapter 7, Florida. Thank you so much, girly girl. Thank you, or guy, whichever. I can't see your avatar, so I really don't know. Mama Palmer's JH is absolutely correct. Mama Palmer says, right on. Oh, and then we got Dangerous Waves. She will owe a lot of back taxes when they remove homestead too, right? I never even thought about that. And then we got Tammy P come rolling in hot. What you got to say, girly girl? You have to have a livable place on your property to get homesteaded, right? And she has no livable. You have to have plumbing. You have to have running water. You have to have electricity. That's what they consider a livable structure. Not an extension cord run to a shed. Not a water hose hooked up outside for washing yourself, and not a blue bucket to relieve yourself in. You have to have a livable structure. They do not. have a livable structure. Dangerous Waves, thank you for being here. Lurkers, right on, right on. We've got 261 of you fabulous souls in here. So if you don't mind, please hit that like button. Teach old ScrewTube to throw us out into the interwebs. And for all you fine folks on replay, please hit the like button. Swipe to the left on your comment section if you're on your cell phone, and hype the video. It just puts us out in front of more and more and more and more people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get back into this. Oh, Big Al, I get like $700 a year tax credit for homestead thing here. Right on, right on. Now, Mama Coop and I, we pay, our mortgage goes directly to the man who owns the house. We've got less than a year and a half, and this house will be paid for. Once it is paid for, then we can apply for the homestead tax exemption. And that should drop our taxes considerably. Good morning, Stacy Schumett. How you doing? We're on round 2. So make sure, boys and girls, guys and gals, if you are in the chat right now and you did not catch us on round 1, we had a technical difficulty and we got shut down. So I rebooted and we're on round 2. So make sure you go back and watch round 1 on replay. All right, let's get back into this.
She literally goes, from what I just heard from Mr. Levine, you're nowhere near ready to proceed on September 15th because discovery is not even being taken yet. And he goes, yes, Your Honor. I agree with you, Your Honor. Why she didn't light into him for discovery not being finished yet, I have no idea. I really thought this was going to happen. But this is a new judge, and she has case overload. And she's skimming through everything. She's not completely and totally engulfed in it yet. Although I promise you, she will be, and she's going to be frustrated with him. So she goes on to say, listen, this hearing on September 15th, the evidentiary hearing, it's not going to be an evidentiary hearing. We have discovery disputes that are outstanding. And she goes, all right, gentlemen, here's what's going to happen. We're going to have a status hearing on September 15th. That's what's going to happen. So on the objection of the exemption on the 15th, it's going to be status. We're going to find out where we're at. So in regards to that, she goes, is there any way that the parties can actually resolve some of these discovery disputes before then? Because that would really be nice if you guys actually just got along and took care of this.
See, this is the part that I like. This judge is literally telling them, hey, guys, work this shit out, you know? And up until now, Jeremy's never had that with any of these chuckleheads. None of these chuckleheads have wanted to work anything out. All they wanted to do is create chaos. I think Saran Wrap is getting tired of all this. I think he's getting ready to bail. So he wants this over. He wants this done. And I think Jeremy is actually, I think they might see now. I know he's said the past 2 days that all of this talks are off, but hopefully somebody comes back to the table and maybe they work something out. I don't know. But up until this point in the video, they had been working together, which is uncommon dealing with Spacey Lacey. Wait until the judge hears about what happened to Fleesa. Oh, see, I came in right around this part of his, when he first released this video, and then I left. I had to leave about, I don't know, 10 minutes later. So I didn't get to hear a lot of this. Some of this I heard, some of it I didn't. So, Hey Joe says, so even though JH doesn't want turd purgatory, he has a lien on it, right? So if it's sold or someone else, he'll be. Now, Hey Joe, I heard about the lien thing. I heard about his Ohio lawyer. I had heard that he was trying to put a lien on the property. Now, whether or not they got a lien on the property, I don't know. I've never seen any paperwork on it. So I can't 100% say yay or nay on this lien on the property. I don't think that there is. If there was a lien, I would think that we would have heard about it in the bankruptcy, but I could be wrong. But I'm not 100% sure if there is a lien or not. That's something that Jeremy and them know the answers to. I don't know. I will ask some friends of mine today if they've heard anything. But as far as I know, I heard that they were working on a lien, but I don't think it ever really took off. I don't know if it ever got done. The exemption doesn't really matter because she isn't likely to keep more than $2,000. Right on, James? Right on. Oh, let's see. We got Big Al. Anybody watch the gaslighting stream Felisa put out with the process server? She told us what he was saying because nobody could hear it. Oh, of course not. Right, Al? Of course nobody could hear it. So we had to take commentary from her. And boy, let me tell you, doesn't she have some honest bones in her body? Not. Right on. Bad Fox, to my knowledge, a property can't be sold until a lien is taken care of, if there is a lien on it. Right. You are absolutely right, Bad Fox. You can't sell a piece of property or anything like that if there's a lien on it. The lien holder gets first dibs on any money to pay for what they owe. But as far as there being a lien, I am not comfortable enough saying 100% whether there is or isn't because I don't know. All right, let's boogie.
And if you're going to be at a point where you know how much time is needed to actually settle all of this stuff, to resolve all of it, let me know because we can push things out. And she goes, let's get to the second motion to compel, which was docket 129. To compel discovery information. Now, we've got a lot of things out there, whether it be Fat Toothless Fleece of Flea, with Lynette still speaking on the record. That's an issue. She goes, I reviewed the motion, and I've seen that there's been so many additional documents that have been filed with the complete transcript in the motion to compel. And she goes on to say that, well, now we have the full transcript on the record. She literally mentions it's on the record now.
Now, here's something interesting. Now, this is Mad Hatter over on Rumble. I can pull that one on the screen. All right. So it looks like Debtor has succeeded in getting this postponed again, which has been the whole scope of their defense in the Fed cases. See, you are absolutely right. This whole bankruptcy thing was to delay. Mercedes-Benz, what you got to say? YouTube just completely dropped me. All right. I'm sorry about that, Mercedes. All right, what you got to say? Who we got over here? Joan, how you doing? I bet Crook told Felisa about the deal. Even Saran Wrap told her he's in big trouble. It's confidential. I don't know. I don't have any idea, Joan. Don't have any idea. I'm not involved in them people and what they talk about. I have no idea whether that's true or false. So I stay away from it. CK, want to see Miyagi debunk Felisa and her video? Go subscribe and support your local fur baby. Right on. Thank you so much, CK. Matter of fact, I'm going to pin Miyagi's. I'm going to pin your comment. Guys and gals, boys and girls, if you are not subscribed to Miyagi, I just pinned her link right there above the chat. So you guys go over, check her out. Please subscribe. Tell her Coop sent you. Yes. I would love to help get Miyagi to 2,000. Last I looked, I think she is at 18.1 or 18.2. She's less than 200 away from hitting 2,000 subscribers. Right on. Let's get back to it. The
judge states, now that everybody has the full transcripts, here's what I want you to do. You have filed motions. You have filed things in the court system. I want it reformatted. Remember what I said before? She's a new judge with a huge caseload she just took on. She's not up to speed on everything, and she's doing the best she can. So what she needs is bullet points. She needs boom, 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 boom. She needs just the meat. Get rid of the sides. Give me the actual entree, is what she's saying. So she goes, now that you have the transcripts, let's do this. In the next 7 days, you both can file in regards to the issues that were happening in the deposition. And she said the alleged misconduct is what I wrote down. And so, but you have 5 pages each, no more. So you're going to go ahead, you're going to file again in regards to the misconduct alleged. And you're going to file what you said she did. Saran Wrap's going to go, no, she didn't. Even if she did, he still is paid, apparently by FLISA, which is a great admission that's going to come up in bankruptcy court. I love it. When them gums keep flapping, I love it. Oh, the admissions. Oh, I love it. So she goes 5 pages each. And what?
Oh, Yodi's Chicky Nuggets, what you got to say? Flea did, however, show her snowblower hubby driving illegally on an individually suspended, indefinitely suspended license. Whoa, I don't know. I don't know. All right. Thank you, Yoda's Chicky Nuggies. All right, and then we got we got Big Al. I'm surprised in the bankruptcy, but they haven't had enough problems that they just dismissed it and said, you're on your own. You can't file another for 6 years. Right on, Big Al, right on. It's odd. I don't know what they're going to do. Anyway, back to the show.
What you're going to do is you're going to give me the excerpt from the transcript, and you're going to tell me exactly what page that excerpt is from, where the misconduct happened, and the line number. So if it was page 100, line 6, you're going to put the excerpt and go 100, line 6. And Randy goes, well, I already did that for you, except I need to reformat. And she goes, okay, just go ahead and reformat it, no more than 5 pages, and you have 7 days to do it. And she then goes on to say, blah, 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 blah. She never said that. I did, as I'm going through my notes.
Oh, Cynthia says, Flips, it's not LMNOP's first BK. She's done. Right. From what I understand, she's been through a few in her lifetime. I don't know exactly how many, but I know this is not her first dance at the dance floor. Right on. Yodi Chicky Nuggies, what you got to say? It's been since 2025. Venom said, since first FOIA video of his arrest for grand theft. Oh, I don't know. I really don't pay a whole lot of attention to Gabe and his habits with narcotics. It's pretty much, I just don't care about it enough to even talk about him. But hey, I know you guys do. And I thoroughly enjoyed Megan's stream last night, especially when we got over to Rumble. There were a lot of nuggets dropped in that. So if you guys have not seen Megan's stream last night, you really need to watch the one on Rumble. The one on Rumble is absolutely awesome.
Okay. She goes on to say, listen, if there's a disagreement, also, she didn't say if, she said there's a disagreement also on whether this deposition was ended or suspended. Now, we already know that Randy suspended it and then Lynette ended it by running away. Randy was going to the judge's quarters. So she goes, listen, if you guys can figure this out, we don't need any more motions. We don't need any more filings. There's a disagreement, but you get 3-page limit. If you're gonna fight about this, you get a 3-page limit on what is actually going on, whether it was suspended or ended. And she goes, but if you guys can agree, you don't have to file anything. You guys can just continue on. Now, what I know already is that Saran Wrap and Randy have been agreeing on things. And Lynette has agreed to continue her deposition under one condition. Randy's not the lawyer deposing her. She wants Dennis Levine. And that's not happening. There are no conditions. She is not in control. She may have filed this suit for Deuce, because Deuce was trying to save his own goose. Deuce used Lynette to try and save himself. Now Fleesa is using Lynette and bankruptcy to try and save herself. And all of them are going down in a royal flush. What was that? Slam dunk, hashtag aces high, hashtag you ain't got no teeth, hashtag gay beat is in jail, hashtag your life sucks, hashtag you're jealous, hashtag nobody likes you.
Oh, by the way, boys and girls, guys and gals, from what I understand, Miss Megan did upload the entire webcam video to Rumble by itself, if I'm understanding that right. So if you guys want to watch just the webcam or just the body cam footage, you can. I suggest you watch her actual stream with Tug, because it's pretty funny. But if you don't want to watch that, she did say she was uploading just the body cam footage by itself. So that might be something you guys might be interested in. Check it out if you like. Okay, what do we got to say? Ben's might hold chat went white earlier. I had to log out and come back to the chat. Right on, right on, right on. My settings were messed with. I can't find Coops live either when I went down. Mine did too. Couldn't get back in. All right, all right, all right. All right. And what do we got? CK, Big Al. He'd be so much harsher. He just doesn't know Lynette's history as well as Randy. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Jeremy speaks truth. Parody Valor views. Mud says, right on, right on, right on. Al Walker. Yep. The video of Gabe being arrested actually debunked Fleesa. All right, Big Al. Thank you for the comment. Let's get back to it.
Hashtag you might want to change. Hashtag there's no hope for you though. So we're told 3-page limit. And Randy then says, hey, Judge, that's okay. We actually are already in agreement. We've been talking about these things. We've spoken. And Judge goes, that's wonderful. I like to hear that. And he goes, we have a date. But my client is not going to allow anybody else to depose her except for me. And that's his legal right. And that's who's going to do the deposition. And he goes, I think there's a little bit of an issue based on the history with this Lynette.
What history? I can tell you what the history is. We have watched the one video. We have watched the one deposition that was actually videotaped, and we saw her atrocious behavior. Okay. At no point in time did I ever hear Randy attacking her, belittling her, or putting her down in any way, but she was antagonistic as hell. She was just didn't want to be there. She was being sarcastic. She was being rude. And it's no different in all the other depositions that she's been involved in. If anybody is antagonizing anyone and uncooperative, it's her. It's not Randy. As far as I'm concerned, everything that I've read and everything that I have listened to, he has been very professional. I do know of some depositions that I have listened to in the past. You want to talk about argumentative? You want to talk about abrasive? Lawyers literally going after the individuals that they're deposing? Holy shit. Randy has never crossed that line in some of the depositions that I've seen in the past. She is just a nasty, nasty person. So it ain't Randy. It's her. And I mean, Saran Wrap, he's witnessed it now for himself. So he knows where the problem lies. It's with his client. It's not with Randy.
And the opposition and the vitality, the pure evilness that exudes from her during these depositions. He goes, my client has a right, legal right, of any attorney of his choice to run this deposition. And he's already told me it's going to be me and nobody else. And that's what I have told him. And so Saran Wrap jumps in and goes, yes, we have been speaking and we have been agreeing. And there's a little bit of animosity. He used a different word. I can't remember what it was, but between the parties.
Sorry, guys. I muted myself. I pulled a boomerang. Jesus Christ. Al, I was talking about your comment, and here I was the whole time I was muted. All right. Al says, Mr. Coop, there has been a discussion. Lynette has absolutely no choice over Randy doing the deposition on her, and you are absolutely 100% right. You would think that this chucklehead would want this wrapped up. You would think that she would go in, answer the questions, and then go home. This is her bankruptcy, okay? She brought this forward, so you would think that she would want this over as fast as possible. And I'm sorry, trying to pick a fight with the lawyer that's deposing you is not a fast remedy. But sorry, guys, I muted myself. Oh, Fishing LC Music. Welcome. Glad to have you. Went out, came back in, working. Yeah, it was my fault, Jules. I'm so sorry. I muted myself. All right, let's get back to it.
Remember what it was? Deanna's over here. You remember what it was? She's a creditor as well. He said there's a level of... All right, she doesn't remember. Saran Wrap. Okay. When talking about... I have it right now. With the depositions, with Randy running the depositions, there's a level of... Okay.
It started with the A.
It started with an A.
I gotta find it in my notes.
All right, she's looking. She's going through all her notes right now, too. So, and he goes, I think it's being difficult to conduct...
All right, Jameson come rolling in hot with $1.99 super chat. Says civil warrant, double cuffs, butter, butter and driver. Right. Thank you so much, Jameson, for the $2 super chat, boys. My friend, much appreciated. And with that being said, anybody that would like to help out the channel, feel free. Okay, we have super chats, we have memberships, and we have gifts, little jewels. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
This is the best part. Saran Wrap goes, I'm not conceding that it was done in bad faith. Talking about the deposition of Lynette where she runs out. He goes, I'm not conceding. He goes, I think it was an unpleasant experience for her. And he particularly says, but I don't think it was something done in bad faith, referring to Randy. Saran Wrap is paid by Fleesa to represent Lynette, obviously using money that was given to Fleesa that is 100% Lynette and Crook's money. Man, the fraud, the felonies. Oh, it's all going to come to a closure. I promise you that. I can promise you that. And he says it was not something that Randy did in bad faith by any stretch. And the judge goes, this is good. I like to hear that you two are working together. And the judge goes, listen, if she doesn't want him to do the deposition, then you need to file something in court.
Thank you so much, Kitten Volunteer, for the star and the 2 jewels. Thank you so much.
But I don't have anything before me right now, and therefore it's going to keep going the way that it is, which, by the way, there's no way, even if they file something, that's just going to cost more money. There goes more money that Lynette was supposed to get that Felisa's holding on to and not giving over. And Felisa admitting that she's paying it to Saran Wrap. Man, there's a...
Oh, we got Big Al come rolling in hot. Saran Wrap should be able to save very much. Oh, save very much because shouldn't be able to save very much because everybody has treated him pretty good about being a good guy, trying to help so he can't say much bad. Right. I think Randy has said quite a few good things about Saran Wrap in the courts. I mean, he's literally told the judges, that, hey, look, it's not his fault that his client is a piece of garbage. I think Saran Wrap's trying. I think he's tired of all of the garbage, all of the shit. I think that the money, I think he's got a feeling that the money's fixing to run dry. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. Cynthia says, no Zoom depots for LMNOP. Right. I do think I agree with Jeremy. I think it would be absolutely awesome if the judge brought them all to Gainesville and made it do an in-person depot in front of the judge. I would really love to see how Spacey Lacey reacts to a situation like that. We see her sitting in a courtroom without a judge presence. We see how she acts with Randy on the last deposition. She was argumentative and, just really a shitty individual. But would she do that in front of a judge? Because that's one thing you need to ask yourself. If this lunatic, if Spacey Lacey actually did that in front of a judge, that judge has the means to throw her little behind in jail for contempt. So that would be very interesting to see her reaction in front of a judge. Now, remember, when she was in front of Judge Grudge, that's basically the only judge that she's been in front of personally. Ohio, it was always done through Zoom. Everything else has been done through Zoom. But being in Judge Grudge's courtroom, she was laid back. She wasn't argumentative. She wasn't a piece of garbage. She was just standing there doing what she needed to do. She overspoke a few times, but not to the extent of what she's been doing in these depots. So putting her in front of a judge, it may cool her down a little bit, but who knows? Dinah's mom, Coop, she has no respect. So yes, she would. She has been getting away with crap forever. Thank you so much, Dinah's mom. And for anybody that doesn't know, Dinah's mom is the good Tina. Thank you, girly girl. All right. Big Al, what you got to say, my friend? You come rolling in hot. I don't think she should go. Excuse me. I don't think she could run out of the court in front of a judge. She would need to be discharged first before she got to her car. If she did it, it'd probably be a bench warrant, right? Hey, Stats, how you doing? Bad Fox. Zoom, Lynette can leave before it's over like she has before. So she must be made to do it in person. So she can't leave willy-nilly. I agree with you 100%. But see, you guys got to remember, all of her bad behavior has not been in just one court case. Her bad behavior has been spread out through multiple court cases. Okay, in which this judge in bankruptcy has not witnessed all that other shit. This is where Randy needs to make it known, and I think he has. I think he's done a good job. The judge just needs to read about it. The judge needs to see her behavior and see that, hey, just trying to do this by Zoom or doing this in a courtroom without a judge, it's not working. I actually think they need this in front of a judge. All right. And no crook and no baby at the Gainesville. Right. No baby. Yeah.
A huge ethical issue there. I'm not getting into it now. I promise you legality. We'll get into it later in the courts.
Acrimony.
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 Yeah. Acrimony. He said there's a level of acrimony. New word.
Deep sense of anger, harshness, or bitter feelings.
Deep sense of anger, harshness, or bitter feelings. I've never heard the word before.
I've never heard the word either. That's a new one on me. Acrimony. She was acrimony in front of all of us during the deposition. Or there are what did Deanna say that the definition of that was?
Acrimony.
Acrimony. That was the A word. Yeah. Acrimony. He said there's a level of acrimony. New word.
Deep sense of anger, harshness, or bitter feelings.
Deep sense of anger, harshness, or bitter feelings.
Oh, so Randy was full of acrimony. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. Oh, Firestarter, what you got to say? The BS that Fleece is playing is going to make the judge even more interested in her, especially since she has now discussed confidential info, her live stream as well. Oh, has she? Enlighten us, Firestarter. What information has she spoken about? What confidential information has she spoken about? Ronnie, how you doing? Yes, the judge needs to be there. Let's hope that happens. All right, Big Al, what you got to say? Or Al Walker, what you got to say? The judge basically put her foot down on Saran Wrap. That if no argument for the depo. Okay. It will be done before me, either at the Gainesville or Tallahassee Federal Courthouse. I think it'll be, if it's done in front of the judge, I think it'll be in front of the judge in Gainesville. Only because I think Saran Wrap will try and get it in Gainesville other than Tallahassee. Michelle will have to show up. He will probably be on Zoom because we got to remember he's way down there in Miami. So just driving to Gainesville, that's probably a 6-hour trip one way for him. So yeah. By the way, we've got 344 of you beautiful souls in the chat. So if you don't mind, please hit that like button. And for all you fabulous souls that are on replay, please hit the like button. If you're on your cell phone, swipe your comments to the left and hype the video. It just helps throw us out into the algorithm that much better. All right, guys and gals, let's get into this.
Feelings. I've never heard the word before. That one was a new one for me.
You even spelled it right, and I didn't know the word either.
Wow. Okay. Deanna spelled it in her notes right. Okay. And he goes on to say, she goes on to say, the judge, she goes, listen, if this is an issue, we're just going to schedule it right here in Gainesville. We will do it in my courtroom right here in Gainesville, to which I have my camera muted and I have my video muted. I put my video back on and I go in the camera to Randy and Dennis. Yes. I want it in the courtroom with the judge, her witnessing everything. I will be there. I will bet you right now, if it's in front of that judge, Jeremy probably will show up for that. I know I would. I would not want to be on Zoom if you've got Lynette in front of a judge being deposed. I would definitely want to be there. I would spend the plane ticket money to make it down there in a heartbeat. Be in that courtroom. I will be there. And she goes, we'll do it here in the courtroom. And she goes, well, when we do it in the courtroom, we're going to have some scheduling issues. And actually at one point, Randy goes, Judge, do you typically work in Gainesville? She goes, no, I'm in Tallahassee, but I can hear hearings in Gainesville as well. And she goes, but if we're going to do that, and if that's what it's going to come to, which I want more than anything, oh, I hope it comes to that. if we're going to do that, we're going to have to schedule this with the court system. We're going to have to get all of this taken care of.
Oh, what do we got here? We got Mike says the judge in this case have been letting her get away with anything she wanted. We need to have a judge who will actually hold her accountable. Yeah, see, that's been the whole thing. You know, I was just talking about that a few minutes ago. That's one of the things that's kind of gets under my skin is the fact that you've got the state court judge, which was it was Judge Grudge, and then it turned into Judge Davis, and then now I think it's another judge. It was Davis, then it was Grobe. Grobe made the ruling on both the thumbnail case and the Therese Granger case, and then now you've got a new judge that seems just to be the same way. He's a no-nonsense judge. All right? She had attitude. She had attitude in front of all these judges, but this judge is just now hearing about all of this attitude. So, hey, what's up, Tug? Good morning, good afternoon, my friend. I'm sorry I'm having technical difficulties and I can't pull shit up on the screen unless you're in Rumble. But glad to have you, my man. Glad to have you.
Says we're going to have to clear it with the district court. We're going to be using their courtroom space. We're subject to their schedule. She goes, if this is what's needed, this is where we're headed. And if you reach out to my chambers, you let me know and we'll make this all happen. And I want this. I want this so bad. I want Lynette deposed in front of this judge in the court in Gainesville. That's all I want for Christmas. Lynette wants teeth. Felisa wants teeth. I want Lynette deposed in front of the judge. Judge goes on to say, well, figures, or it looks like you guys have figured out this whole deposition thing. So you don't have to submit a 3-page motion or anything on the docket unless you can't resolve it. But it looks like you are going to resolve it. And then she goes, all right, Kevin and Mr. Levine, do you want to add anything else to any of these matters? And Dennis Levine goes, Your Honor, there's just no way that this scheduled hearing on September 15th is going to happen. We don't even know if she's going to show up for the next scheduled deposition. She hasn't in the past. So we should probably push off the September 15th hearing to later in September, to the end of September. And it's just a suggestion, which the judge goes, well, I'd like to hear whether you guys have actually reached an agreement yet or not.
See, I knew for a fact that they were going to push the September hearing. Now they're going to reschedule. Well, they're going to push the evidentiary hearing, and they're going to have a status hearing now. I knew that they would push that evidentiary hearing. I knew it. Because, I mean, nothing's been done.
Not. If you're going to conduct the deposition, if it's going to be in Gainesville, because if not, we're going to have to find a time and a place, and it's going to be here with me. Mary Beth, what you got? Yeah, Mary Beth, what you got to say? I don't think that this female judge will believe all of her fake crying like some of the other judges, right? I believe that. But we will see. From what I understand, like I said, I didn't get to watch the hearing. So I watched a little bit before it got to Jeremy and them. There was like 4 cases before it. And she seemed pretty level-headed. She seemed pretty cool. Al Walker, the final hearing for the property is now at the end of September. Well, we'll see what happens between now and then, Al, because dealing with these nutbags, anything could happen. Anything could happen. We don't have any idea what could happen. It could be pushed till next year for all we know. Crazy Lynette could come up with some crazy excuse for not showing up to the next deposition, and then next thing you know, there could be a whole battle with the judge. We just don't know with these people. It's just one of those things to where it's so what is the word I'm looking for? Oh shit, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, I'll remember it. Let's get back to it. I'm going to have to rearrange it. So I'm keeping this on the docket. September 15th, we're going to have a status hearing, and we're going to know what exactly is going on so we can continue to move forward. It's not going to be at the evidentiary hearing. It is going to be a status hearing now. Dennis, Randy, everybody go, okay, we're still going to meet on the 15th. Which then she goes, Kevin, do you have anything to add to this? She goes, the court's aware that the trustee did join the objection based on the creditor, Jeremy Hales, that the property exceeds the half-acre limit for homesteading. In other words, the federal bankruptcy court is seizing. They can sell it right now. They're seizing 1.16 acres. It's a done deal. They're taking it. They are taking it. They are selling it. They're using the money to pay off the creditors. Me. Wait, hold a second. Wasn't it that fat, toothless flea that said, I'm more of a creditor than he'll ever be? And then filed public documents stating she's not even a part of this case. And then came back and said that she's a creditor again. So she's a creditor in the case, files public legal documents stating she's not a creditor, then publicly online says she's a creditor again. Who's lying? And why would anybody ever listen to the vile vomit that comes out of her pile?
Cynthia comes rolling in Haas. Obviously, she'll start plotting the I can't make it thing. Sick child, septic, or cook. Right. She's probably already got these excuses going through her head.
She's in trouble, and she's scrambling, and she's scared. Very, very, and she should be.
Have a good one, DW. I'm glad you got to make it in this morning, girly girl. I hope the rest of your day goes fantastic.
Should she ever. And so Kevin goes, we agree. We join them in the objection. That is not homesteaded property. And then he goes, but the half acre in the aspect of
Elfie, come in. It's so acrimonious. That's the word, Coop. Acrimonious. That's a tongue tire there, boy.
Whether there was an actual livable and legal structure, we have no position. In other words, the trustee is letting me fund and fight it instead of them wasting time and money on their own. That's what it comes down to.
Oh, Parody Valor News and Mud. Fleabag is trying to dispute the court at this point. She learned it from Vomit, in my opinion, of course. Well, I think she learned it from several of them. I think there's several chuckleheads that you could attribute to her attitude from. But then again, she is a vile individual herself. I just think that these chuckleheads that she hangs out with have amplified her stupidity to the point that she's now a moron.
Trustee knows there's no livable structure. They're just letting me fund the lawyers and the lawsuit so that they don't have to. Because if they don't have to, that's less money that comes out of... It's a money thing.
Oh, speaking of money thing, if you guys would like to help out the channel with super chats or memberships, it would be greatly appreciated. And now we're going to run on to Jan. Jan, what you got to say? The legal system needs to clamp down on time wasters and contemptuous people. People like these. I agree with you 100%. 100%.
That's what it comes down to. Okay. And then the judge comes back and says, all right.
Yoda Chicky Nuggets. If lips were to say it, it'd be acrimonious. Oh my God. Now you guys are going to get that stuck in my head.
Just so we're all clear, here's where we're at. That we're going to continue the motion and the second motion to compel. That's going to all be continued, and the objection to the debtor's claim of exemption.
Oh, Melinda, what you got to say? If she doesn't show the judge after the judge orders her orders the deposition, needs to arrest Lynette and make sure the deposition is done while she's in jail. That would be an option. That would be a good option. Yes, it would. What you got to say, Mike? Status hearing will just be another delay tactic. Still no discovery. That will delay it even further. When we get to the status hearing, Saran Wrap will be asking for more time to produce. I think you're right. I really do.
That is all going to be continued to the status hearing. And if we got to go to Gainesville, we're going to Gainesville. So nobody has to write a 3-page note or motion anymore in regards to the deposition because everybody's agreeing, and hopefully it goes to Gainesville. But everybody has to write a 5-page in regards to the other referenced things. And she says, all right, you got 7 days for the 5-pager, and we're going to have the status conference on the 15th instead. She goes, oh, and I reviewed Saran Wrap. I reviewed your motion to dismiss. This was very, very.
Stats, what you got to say with that $2 super chat, girly girl? Oh, it started working over on Restream. All right, cool. Let's pull her up on the screen. The exact point where it was written as rebuild. Right. All right, guys and gals, boys and girls. We're going to have to get this stuck in your head like it is mine. Acrimonious. Lynette was very acrimonious towards Randy. All right. What do you got to say, Squidly or Squiddy? Squid? Squiddy of Wales. She hasn't even filled out the paperwork properly. The stuff that is in the sheds, the flea market, none of her jewelry, etc., has been included in the paperwork. Right on. Thank you so much, Stats, for the $2 super chat, girly girl. Wow, I can't believe this got working over here. It just started working all by itself. Cool beans. I like being able to pull comments on the screen. All right, Sharon, what you got to say? Wouldn't it be cool, visual, see Elemental P in orange with handcuffs at the deposition? That would be interesting. I bet it's going to stop working on me again. Mike, before they can take 1.1 acres, they need to divide the property into 2 pieces. And from what I have seen, that means survey and an engineer to draw a new property lines. Right, Mike? Right? I think you got something there, my friend. All right, let's get back to this.
She goes, I reviewed your motion to dismiss. And she goes, and based on the pleadings filed in case law, you fail to meet the Twombly plausible standard, and therefore your motion to dismiss must be dismissed. In other words, denied, thrown out. Now she goes, for that reason and for others that are going to follow.
Did we get it? We did. We got it.
Denied.
Sit down. Shut up. Denied. Dismissed. I need to get one that says dismissed.
Here, I'm going to deny the motion to dismiss without prejudice, with leave, and you have 21 days to amend and refile again.
All right. Parody to Valor views. Mr. Coop, have you been able to catch Paint Chips simulcast of Fleabag's Gaslight Spectacular? Let's see, what does it say? Spectacular. I wonder if she will shut it down when his view count is higher. I don't know. I've heard about it. I've never made it over to one of them. I usually am watching my shows. I've been watching I've been binge watching Criminal Minds. If you guys know, that's like 18 seasons long. And I hold that television program in higher regards than I do Fleesa. I would much rather just read her transcripts when they come out. But man, I have read a ton of screenshots from the chat, from Paint Chips' chat, and I'm gonna tell you, they are gold. They are absolute gold. But no, to answer your question, I have not been over and watched any of it. Buck Naked, what you got to say? Coop, was there a sighting of Felisa and Eleanor P in Bronson? Check your email before you leave. All right, my friend, I'll go check that right now. Yes, I will. I'll let this run and play while I go check email.
Now, you understand, we're telling the court Lynette has committed fraud. She's not sharing everything as far as assets. And in response, Saran Wrap is going, no, dismiss. This is all wrong. And the court right now is going, no, it's right. And you're going to get one more chance. You have 21 days to amend your motion to dismiss, saying that it's wrong. And she does go on to say, I want to point out some things. You know, if the court is going to enter an order on this, therefore neither lawyer has to write up the order. So it's very common for the judge to have the lawyers write up the order once they make the order. And then they go over the order, they make any adjustments, any changes, and then the order becomes a legal document. She goes, the court's actually going to write up the order on this one. I'm going to do this one. And she says, it appears that I didn't even understand this part. In reference to 727A2 and 727A4, she goes, I don't even think there's a way.
Inspire, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us, girly girl. I know that it is way late over there. I appreciate you so much, girly girl. You just don't understand. I am glad you stayed up just to hang out with us. I'm sorry this is running late today, guys. We had technical difficulties. I appreciate each and every one of you that decided to come hang out on this part 2. Okay. I really do. So I hope you get some good sleep. Sleep well, my friend. I will see you tomorrow. All right. Okay, Sharon says, Elemental P, new post office box is in Bronson, Florida, no longer in Otter Creek. I have no idea. I don't know, but I will take your word for it, Sharon. I have to check out Criminal Minds. I love Law and Order SUV. Yes, I watched Law and Order SUV when the new seasons come out. Criminal Minds is an FBI BAU outfit where they track serial killers and stuff. It's a pretty cool show. Right now I'm watching it on Prime. If you have Prime, you can get all the seasons on Prime, and you can even get the new up-to-date seasons. I didn't want to watch the new season that came out because I'm binge watching all of the rest of it, but it is an awesome. I think it was 1 through 15 or maybe 16. They had a lot of episodes per season. The newer seasons, they've cut them like in half. There's only like 8 to 10 shows per season. But yeah, it's worth watching. You can get it for free on Prime if you're watching Prime.
For the defendants to know that the cause of action is actually being pursued. I got lost in this. I didn't understand exactly what was going on there. And there's so many intricacies, which is why I have lawyers doing this for me. I need to spend my time generating income so that we can have impact on people's lives, while the lawyers are fighting these battles for me. So I don't get it all. But she does go on to say that there's going to be, in the motion to dismiss, there has to be the plaintiffs must assert who, what, where, when, and the purported fraud. And
let's see, Dan Davis, what you got to say, my friend, with that $2 super chat? A moron is smarter than her. Got you, my friend. Got you. Thank you for the $2 super chat, my friend. Thank you.
She goes on, the creditor needs to demonstrate that the debtor knowingly and fraudulently made false oath relating to material fact. Well, we have more than enough evidence in regards to proving that Lynette continues under oath to lie about assets, about fraud, and she is frauding. Wait. That would be defrauding the federal court. And the judge goes, it's unclear that the alleged non-disclosures were material fact or just errors. In other words, we're going to have a hearing about this. Is Lynette intentionally, willingly, knowingly, maliciously lying? You could answer that one already, right? Lynette and Crook are intentionally, maliciously, knowingly, willingly lying to that fat, toothless flea right now. They are doing everything they can to get every penny out of her and put her in jail forever. I'm quoting their words, verbatim. Are you ready for Fat Toothless Fleece's lies to be exposed yet again? I hope you are, because it's about to happen. The judge says, I see no joint report has been filed in this case either. And everybody goes, no, there hasn't been. She goes, have the parties conferred at all on this case, or has it been on hold pending the resolution of this motion to dismiss? Saran Wrap goes, no. She goes, Your Honor, this is Saran Wrap. Saran Wrap states this. You know, the one that Fleesa says she just paid and he works for her and he's loyal to her, which would be a huge ethical conflict of interest for this lawyer. A lawyer, no matter where the money comes from, is loyal only to the client they represent, period. And I can assure you, he is not loyal to Fat Toothless Fleesa. I have it in writing. Won't be shared today. It will be shared in the future. He says, no, Your Honor, I can represent, listen closely, that there have been substantive settlement talks occurring. The trustee seems to sort of be brokering the arrangement between us and perhaps Mr. Hales as well by the virtue of settlement talks. They're underway. So I don't even think there's a possibility this could be, or he says, I think there's a possibility this will be resolved.
Right there you go, boys and girls. There is a possibility. Now, this is coming from her lawyer. This is coming straight from Lynette's lawyer. There could be a possibility of a settlement. So, right then and there, okay, straight out of the horse's mouth, Saran Wrap himself. They can't sit back and say, Jeremy's the one that's been spouting all these lies. That's bullshit. Okay, holy cow, we got Jagger come rolling in hot with 50 gifted Kool-Aid Kids memberships. Jagger, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. For all you new Kool-Aid Kids that received a gifted membership from Jagger, please, if you're in the chat, say thank you. Jagger, that means a lot to me, my friend. Thank you so much. Man, you guys you make my day. And then you got Stats come rolling in with a 5 ruby dog bone. Thank you so much, Stats. Man, the green is still going. This is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Thank you so much, Jagger. Means a lot to me, my friend. Let's see. Parody Valor Views. I can't fault Jeremy for any mistakes with the nonsense he's dealing with. Exactly. This man has got his pans in so many fires. I don't see how he keeps track of it. I mean, all of us sitting out here in YouTube land, social media land, we have a lot of time on our day, to where we can try and keep up with this stuff. And we even have a hard time keeping up with every single thing that's going on throughout all of this. Can you imagine him trying to keep up with it and keep working the way he does? Holy cow. Oh, Al Walker, Jared, thank you big time for your support. Thank you, Al. Right on. All right. Thank you so much again, Jagger. That means a lot to me. My pleasure. It was Mr. Coop's turn to receive them. All right. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. All right. We don't have very much time left on this, so let's get her going, and we'll finish this up, and then I'll send all you guys to the barn. I know I'm running late today, guys, and I apologize for that. I wanted to get this video done today, and if we hadn't had the mishap with Restream shutting us off during the middle of a stream, we would already be done. So we only have about, we only got about 7 more minutes maybe. So if you guys will hang out, we'll get this done.
And the parties won't even need to agree to mediation. Or she asked later, are they agreeable to mediation? Saran wrap on the record in court just implodes Felisa's lies. I've stated multiple times that the trustee have come to me with offers they want me to buy the property. I have thus, to this date, turned down every offer. Now, since it's on the public record, and I didn't make it public, and I didn't want it to be public, there is another offer on the table. And there are some massive, massive contingencies to that offer. They have brought me yet another offer. And when I say massive, we're talking walrus-sized contingencies. That didn't come from me. Lynette and Crook.
Holy cow, holy cow, holy cow. Ooh, looky there. Ooh, saran wrap, saran wrap, saran wrap. Well, if there was any doubt who his loyalty was to, well, I'd say he's proven that his loyalty is to his client by throwing Felisa Flea under the bus. Oh, my, my, my.
Tick, tick. Boom, baby. The judge then states, well, would mediation be okay? Would we need mediation, a settlement conference? And Dennis Levine goes, listen, Judge, too soon. We're just nowhere near that. I mean, all we are getting thus far is opposition. So she agrees, and then they start talking scheduling. And Dennis says, listen, my experience here in bankruptcy court, we're absolutely going to see another motion to dismiss. You just gave 21 days to Saran Wrap to draft another motion to dismiss. We're going to see it. That's going to get a hearing. It's like, we're nowhere near that point. And the judge goes on to say, okay, well, I'm going to wait for the amended complaint to get filed. I'm going to wait and see if the motion to dismiss is filed. And she goes, I will tell you, gentlemen, I think it was a close case as to whether to grant the motion to dismiss on the 2 counts. Now, I don't remember what that all entails. I don't remember the complaint completely. So I would have to pull that up, and there's just so many things. I can't recall. But if you're one that likes to dig in deeper, you can go back and pull up these documents and find out what she was actually referring to. She then states publicly on the record, I don't know that a second motion to dismiss, this would be Saran Wrap's responsibility to file on behalf of Lynette. I don't know if a second motion to dismiss would be well-founded. In other words, she's saying, you want to spend the money to actually file another motion to dismiss is going to be denied again.
Oh, what do we got here? Mikey. Now, remember, guys, this video was from Tuesday. There's been a lot go on since Tuesday. Mikey, you're right. Settlement discussions have been stopped due to Saran Wrap shooting off his mouth to 2 L's. From what I gathered from J.H. Short from a couple of days ago. Now, he has stated twice in 2 different videos, I think it was 2 different shorts, that all negotiations have stopped. Okay, so I'm going to have to take that as gospel, as him saying that it stopped. It is stopped. Now, whether it has or not, I don't have any idea. I'm not involved in this. But I do know he has stated it twice. And this video was before those 2 videos. Thank you so much for the comment, Mike. We're almost done. Right at the finish line.
She's outright telling him, you do this again. She doesn't say it that way. She says it in a judge polite way that it would not be well-founded. And she goes, but you know what? I'll wait. And then I'll reserve my ruling when I see one, if I see one. And then talks are of the next hearing, the status hearing, September 15th. It goes from 1:30 to 10:30. So let's see, what happened today? Fleesa got called out by Saran Wrap as the biggest, fattest liar out there. We now know that the trustee is in yet another negotiation settlement with me in regard to turd purgatory. And I'm sharing with you some of the contingencies have nothing to do with me, have nothing to do with Lynette or Crook. Lynette and Crook are specifically putting in contingencies about Fleesa. Oh, did Saran Wrap forget to mention that? The one who's so loyal to you? Why would Lynette and Crook put legal contingencies in a federal court about Fleesa? Tick, tick, boom, baby.
All right. Now that was interesting as all get out, boys and girls. Contingencies. Ooh. What could those possibly be, my friends? Could they be a few things like maybe close to like 100,000 clams, maybe? Getting their hands on some of that. Could those contingencies be? Could that be some of those contingencies? Oh my. I kind of hope that they do start up discussions on this, because I'd be very interesting to see what those contingencies were. Whoo, my. So, guys and gals, boys and girls, thank you all so much for coming back to round 2. I'm surprised that I got shut down like that. It wasn't nothing to do with anybody out there. It was my streaming software. It went kabooey. It just cut me off. Usually it lets me just rehook back up and we start right where we left off, but I didn't get to it fast enough and it didn't. But I appreciate each and every one of you that showed up for round 2. Come on, 7-Eleven, stop. All right. As you guys know, we are on Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time till around 1 o'clock. I went a little bit longer today because I wanted to finish that up and I wanted to hang out with you guys. So if you guys don't mind, thank you so much for everybody that did memberships and did super chats. It is greatly appreciated. I appreciate it more than you will ever know. I love all the little rubies, all the little gifts. That is absolutely awesome. And with that being said, my friends, old Coop's pretty much going to say poof. Have a good day, and I'll